All right, how's everybody doing? Welcome back. It's Shad, and today I'm going to be showing you how to prep food and how to use a food dehydrator. So for today's lesson, I'm going to be using this ground beef that I had. I got a good deal on this for Costco. It was like a 3-pack, and this is a grass-fed beef, as you can see, which is usually what my family uses. So I feel like this would be a good time to make a video and show y'all how I prepare my food and get it ready to be used in a dehydrator and what it looks like after it's dehydrated. So today we're going to go ahead and start off by cooking down this ground beef and getting it ready for the dehydrator. So I'm going to start off by turning my stove on like normal. I'm going to go ahead and get this package opened and get it ready to start cooking. A nice rule of thumb when you're doing something like a ground beef, you want to get one that's as lean as possible. This one right here just happened to be 85% lean. I usually go for a 93, but like I said, they had a really good deal on this at Costco, especially for grass fed. So we're trying to be as healthy as possible. So I went ahead and got this, and it works well. You just got to dry it out a little bit more. So right now we're going to go ahead and cook this up and get it ready. Guys, with all the fat and oils that's naturally in the meat, I don't use any oil because I don't want to add any extra moisture to this. That's just more stuff that I have to take out or the dehydrator has to extract. So we're doing this with no oil. Sometimes I add a little salt and pepper while I'm cooking it. Sometimes I add it after. I think I'm going to do it after because I want to be draining some of this excess fat oil out. So I don't want to just drain all my seasoning out as well. So I'm going to do the seasoning afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cooked up for y'all. All right, I've gotten this to about where I need it now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off, let it cool down a little bit, and I'm also going to drain some of this oil out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and drain out the oil out of the meat. So I got just like a regular pasta strainer here. I'm going to go ahead and get my meat into that pasta strainer. Just pour all that in there. As you can see, just in here, we've already taken out a lot of oil that was in there. Let's set that to the side. And now we got our meat in here. I'm gonna get something like a wooden spoon. I'm gonna start pressing down on it, getting that oil out, let it come out the bottom. Just press it down some. Of course, you can't get everything out, but as much as you can, right? Make it easier for the dehydrator to do its job. And in turn, you don't have to cook it as long, using much electricity to dry it out. So I just press that down, get some oil coming out, see some drips down in there. Just keep on pressing that. And then next, what I do is I grab some paper towels, just got some crunched up paper towels, and I just press that. And this is a way to see how much oil you got, because of course the paper towel is going to be translucent, or it's going to collect all that oil. I can even grab some of it and then just kind of like squeeze the oil out of it. It's another quick way to do that. You might go through a couple paper towels, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. So just squeezing all that oil out. I'm about to show you all this paper towel and show you how much oil is actually in here, how much oil we actually consume, fats and oils. So let's see. So that's the first round of paper towel. That thing's completely drenched in oil and fat. So we'll go ahead and toss that. And I got some more paper towels. We're just gonna rinse and repeat until you can get it dry as possible. Because again, the dehydrator is gonna do its job. But you can see that there's gonna be less oil by the color of the meat. It's not gonna be as moist looking. It's gonna be a little bit more matte brown. So you'll be able to kind of tell that you're doing something. And of course, your paper towels, the more you use and the less oil's on them, the less time it takes for them to be drenched in oil. That's obviously a sign that you got less oil in your meat. So I'll probably do one more paper towel's worth. Like I said, you're gonna go through some paper towels, but it's a needed step. I got tons of oil down there at the bottom of those little bits. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this paper towel out, use one more paper towel, and get this ready to go inside the dehydrator. See my hand's super shiny, covered in oil. So one more round, and we'll get it going. Some people even cook their ground meat in oil, because some people even cook their meat in water. They boil it. That way you can extract a good amount of the oils out and just strain it off. I haven't really done that method, but I'm definitely gonna try that next, just to see what works best for me. But with this method, it's been working fine, so I've just been doing it. But I'm gonna try that next. And if any of y'all have tried the method of boiling it to get the oil out, let me know, and let me know how it worked for you. So as we can see, this paper towel is looking a little bit better than the other ones, and now our meat's looking better. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this paper towel out and get these put in the trays for dehydration. All right, guys, a rule of thumb that you want to do when you're dehydrating stuff, just like this ground beef, you want to put it on there. You don't want to overcrowd one area, because you want it to be a nice single layer. That way it can dry easy. So I'm going to put about half of it on there, and I'm going to just spread this out. That way we can utilize as much space as possible. That way there's air getting in between all the different little ground pieces, and it can dehydrate faster because it can take that moisture out. If everything's bunched up and close together, it's going to take longer for the dehydrator to do its thing. But I got these down pretty good. These are looking like it's not going to take too long for these at all. Sometimes you have some bigger chunks, you can just break those down. That's easy. And then just like I said, just even that out and keep all those on a nice single layer. So that's one done. I'm gonna go ahead and load this one in. And I got a second one. And the reason why I got this parchment paper instead of just doing the stainless steel mesh, as you can see, these mesh squares on here are much bigger than the granules on the ground beef that I have. So I put this in there because if I don't, they'd all just fall to the bottom, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and pour the other half on here. And rinse and repeat. I'm gonna spread all this out. This one has a little bit more on it, but we got so much space and this is so small. It's not like I'm doing jerky or anything. That it's gonna spread out and everything's still gonna have its own space to dehydrate nicely. And this, again, as a reminder, this is 1 pound of ground beef. So 1 pound of ground beef for me with this kasuri is gonna take up 2 trays in your dehydrator. So you can do, well, we got 6, so 2, 4, 6, that's 3 pounds of meat, right? You can do 3 pounds of meat, maybe even a little bit more. Because again, like, you want it spread out, but I mean, I can fit some more in little spaces here, but we're just gonna leave it like that. And of course, you don't have to have your ground meat as fine as mine. I like this because the air aerates around it better and dries it out better. But you can have bigger chunks if you want a different type of mouthfeel or a different type of bite in your meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this one as well. All right, for today, I'm gonna be using my Kosori dehydrator. And we're gonna be filling this up with the ground beef. So first you wanna start by plugging your unit up. Doesn't matter if it's open or closed, it'll still work the same. And since we're doing a ground beef, you wanna do ground beef at 145 degrees for about 6 hours, give or take. You can go up or down from there. So we're gonna go ahead and go to temperature. I already got it set to 145. I'm gonna go to time. Oh, we're gonna go to time. Got that set for 6 hours already. So now we just need to load this guy up, press start, and let it do its thing. All right, guys, so I got both of the trays of meat loaded. Tray number 1 of the ground beef, tray number 2. So all we have to do now is we just close it. Again, we got temperature 145 for ground meats, 6 hours for the ground beef. We're just gonna hit start and show you how loud it is. Y'all can hear that. So let's go ahead and start it, and we got it going. It's gonna continue to show what temperature on and how much time is left. Got some little vents on the side to leave air pressure. I just got some handles on the side just in case you gotta slide it around the counter. And this is what the back looks like. This is where some heat can enter and exit as well. So you'll smell a little bit of it cooking, but it's not gonna be like you're cooking it on the stove top or anything like that, because again, it's dehydrating. So it's just warm enough to take the moisture out, but not to cook it again. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna let this roll, and I'll let y'all know when this is done. We'll see what it looks like. All right, we are at about 3 hours in out of the 6 hours. We're gonna take a peek and see what these are looking like. They're looking really good. This stuff is just about all the way dry, so I feel like as small as this is, it's not even gonna take the full 6 hours. Let's go ahead and look at the top one. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. Yeah, I give this like 1 more hour, honestly. I'm gonna give this 1 more hour. That's gonna be done. All right, guys. I want to say it's time to take these out. We're at 2 hours and 7 minutes left. So let's go ahead and check these. I'm just gonna pull this all the way out. Just field test, see how they crumble. And when you see how they crumble, you can look on the inside and see like how it looks. And I don't see any moisture in there. So I'm gonna say these guys are done. Try one more yet. They're brittle. You see a little bit of light brown in there. That's just because that's like the biggest chunk here, but other than that, these are brittle. So these guys are done. So it took about 4 hours to do this. I kind of figured it was gonna be a little faster than usual because these crumbles were so small. I wonder if grass-fed meat is different than just regular meat, because it seems like this was much faster than my last ones. And my last ground beef was, it wasn't grass-fed. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. But yeah, that's it. So these are ground. These are nice and dry. I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit. And we're gonna be done for the day with these. Be sure to check out my next video, because on this next video, I'm gonna show you how to store these. For these guys, I'm gonna do, since it's not that much, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this in a jar and show you how I store my dehydrated ground meats in jars. And then on another video, we're gonna do this again, and I'm gonna show you how to store them in vacuum sealed bags. So stay tuned for that next video. It's gonna be coming up pretty soon. As always, y'all stay blessed and peace out.